Hello beautiful warriors, my name is Caitlin Parker and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. That is the first time I have gotten to say that in 2025. And this year I'm going to do like a combo, I can't ever pronounce this word, but like a compilation of me saying my intro and outro. I'm also doing another funny thing, but I can't say that yet. It's just going to be another thing that I'm going to be pulling from my videos. So I'm excited for that too. I'm going to be looking down at my computer a lot because that's where the questions are. Today I'll be doing the New Year's tag / 2024 year recap, and I'm going to be honest, this may or may not be a short video because as you can tell in my voice already, the last half of 2024, I'm just not ready to talk about it yet, and a lot of it is because a lot of things happen so quickly. Like, I'm not filming this on January 1st. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. It's the end of January. The last 2 months specifically, bad things kept happening, one thing after another, and I'm still trying to process a lot of that. I can feel like my glasses fogging up, and that's so weird because up until 2024 I never had glasses. The only reason why I got them is because I started having really bad light sensitivity due to side effects of a medication that I was on, so I had to start getting them because I was just getting severe headaches. And you guys could also see when I got those glasses because there are videos on my YouTube channel of me wearing these glasses. I don't know when I got them, I just got them. But it was probably like halfway through the year. This video has taken a while for me to just try to convince myself to make it. I really thought that I was going to skip this one. Not even because all of 2024 was bad, it was just because of the last 2 months of 2024. It's still really fresh, as you guys can see, and I'm not ready to talk about it. So I was like, oh no, I'm not going to do that video because I know I'm going to have to talk about it. Well, not necessarily talk about it, but like I know that those thoughts are going to come up and I'm not ready to speak on those topics yet. And already you guys can tell, like, I've been recording for 5 minutes and just like looking at the questions, like I started crying. So I've basically been crying right before I started this video. But I convinced myself, I'm like, no, you've been doing this since about 2020, I think. Maybe 2019, I'm not sure. But I'm like, no, you're gonna keep the tradition going, and you know, you can look back at those and see kind of how your year was, no matter if it was good or bad. Right now it's 2025, and 2023 was a really tough year. One of the worst years of my life. Also because bad things just kept happening rapidly throughout that year that even to this day I'm still affected by it. So I read this thing on Facebook the other day that said when you have PTSD or when you go through something traumatic or complex PTSD, you get stuck who you were that year, your state of mind, and just like how old you were, you kind of freeze in time. And I think that's really true because I still feel like I'm stuck in 2023. Now, I've had a few years of very traumatic events. I say it was one of my worst years because in order to have complex PTSD, you have to have multiple traumatic events to happen. And I am a terminal chronic illness baby, so I have a lot of trauma, complex PTSD, medical trauma, all of that. I'm so much fun, yay. So there has been a few years where I feel like I was like stuck at that age. The years that I can remember is age 8, 13, 16 through 19, 2021, and then 2023. So I kind of have like those chops in my life where the trauma has really hit me. So that was kind of like a timeline of things that I remember. Like 0 through 8, I don't really remember a lot. So that's why I say 8 years old. And why I say 8 years old is because that's when I was diagnosed with my illness. That's when I got life flighted, and spending a lot of months in a hospital will create some trauma. Oh my gosh, this video, I'm just ranting right now. I haven't even gotten straight to the video. I'm just gonna cut myself off right here and we're gonna start with the questions. So here we go. Here's the New Year's tag and 2024 year recap. I'm gonna kind of answer the first and second question together, because the first question is what was your favorite movie, and the second question was what was your favorite TV show, and they both did not come out in 2024. And that's just because I can't go to the movie theaters because in a wheelchair you have to be on the bottom level and it's just too close to the screen, so like I'm gonna get a headache. So I'm on like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. So I don't know like when the movies come out. They just like pop up just based on my recommendations. My favorite movie of this year is called Finnick, and it is a animation movie. I'm just gonna read the description because I have it right now. It says, a grumpy monster's quiet life is interrupted when a new family moves into his house. So it is a kids movie and I really like it. It's on Disney Plus, but that came out in 2022. So then the second one is called I Am a Killer. It basically interviews people who are on death row. At the beginning, it's going to be the killer, and the killer will explain his or her childhood, things that maybe led up to that event, and then they will explain what happened in their mind and like give that night or that day from their perspective. And then after that, it will go to the killer's relatives, the killer's friends, and the people in the killer's life, and then it'll go to the victim and the victim's friends and family, and then it'll go through the judge or somebody on the jury or just somebody in the hometown that was affected by it. So it's really cool because you get like a lot of perspectives and I really like it. So the reason why I wanted to combine those two questions was because my favorite movie was a kids movie. My favorite show was a crime show. What I wanted to comment and say on that was, you guys know when you see the videos and it's like, oh my gosh, your music taste goes from like here to here. So I thought this was funny because my favorite movies and TV shows, just whatever I watch, I have a huge variety and it goes from kids movies to true crime. There's just a wide range of what I watch. So that's why a lot of the times I say like I have a hard time finding a favorite because I just love to watch anything that I find fascinating. I love to learn, but I know my favorite types of genre, and those are animation movies, so kid movies, and then my other favorite is true crime, and that's anywhere from documentaries to this one, I'm a Killer, to the fake TV shows like Criminal Minds. Question number 3, favorite YouTuber slash YouTube channels. My favorite YouTubers are the Sturniolo triplets. That was my answer last year. A lot of these questions are going to be kind of the same thing or the same topic because the stuff, again, like I said, I'm kind of stuck in 2023. So a lot of the stuff that I was watching in 2023 carried over to 2024. So my favorite YouTubers are the Sturniolo triplets. I watch the triplets because I find them hilarious. So that's like comedy to me. I watch Danielle Kirsty, Eleanor Noel, Summer Sanchez, Mr. Ballin, crime YouTube channels, Salone, tea pages or drama pages, Sid Dwyer. He talks a lot about animal abuse and just like documentaries on people who do not treat animals very nicely. I don't really know how to explain like why I like watching that. I think it's just awareness. I watch a hospice nurse channel and her name is Julia, so it's Hospice Nurse Julia. Again, I just have a wide variety of people that I watch. Right now I feel like I'm just that person that's trying to get to 1,000 words on an essay. Like, this is the type of person, kind of that meme. But I don't know why, like, I feel like I have to like over explain myself. Anyways, that's the YouTube stuff that I like to watch. Again, it's a variety of stuff. Question number 4 is the biggest lesson you learned. Biggest lesson I think I've learned is to enjoy life, enjoy the little things. That's one of my little slogans that I always say because I do enjoy the little things. Don't take life for granted. And not that I was with the new medication that I was on. I wasn't struggling as bad as I was at the beginning of the year. So I think I started to definitely take that medication advantages of that until, you know, December when
then they stopped working. Kind of at the beginning of 2024, I was like, I'm gonna live this like it's my last year, and that's how I live every single year. But then in March, I was introduced to this new medication, and it was in August when I got onto that medication. Just hearing about that medication, I wasn't really thinking this might be my last year, because I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it through this year. I did go into it with no hope, just that's gonna sound depressing, but I did go into it with no hope because I didn't know if it was going to work or if it wasn't going to work, and if it was going to work, how long is it going to work for? My answer was 3 months. Okay, I guess I just exposed Okay, well, I guess I just exposed why I'm upset, and it's because of my medication. I got up to 6 shots of it, and then my platelets got too high, and I had to get off of it, and we're waiting for my platelets to go back up to decide if I should take it or not. I was on it from August to November. Those 3 months, I was getting perks, and I really wasn't ever out of breath, and I'm starting to get my really bad symptoms back. Before this medication, I would always say in my YouTube videos, I can't walk to the bathroom without getting severely out of breath. And within the last week or two, that has came back, and it's really sad. I don't know, I feel like that's all I can share about that because I don't know the future, so I don't know if I'm gonna go back onto it. So this is just a chapter in my Winrevair journey, and I'm gonna have to do a video on that also when I can fully speak about it, when I've healed enough from the situation without crying through it. I mean, I know I'm gonna cry in that video. It's just because every time I talk about bad things that happen to me, especially with my medical stuff, I'm really sensitive to a lot of it. But when I'm at a better place, I will be making a more in-depth video of that. So why I said that was the biggest lesson I've learned is to not take life for granted. I wasn't. It was just, oh, this is hard to explain. So the beginning of the year, I thought 2024 was going to be my last year. Then halfway through the year, I started saying, no, I'm going to live throughout 2024. There's no way I'm dying in 2024. And then I got off of Winrevair because of a situation, and that was in December of 2024. So that's when, again, I was kind of like, okay, like life is really short. So now I'm in the mindset back to where I was, where I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way through 2025. Just a different mindsets. Really enjoy the small things in life because the small things in life are what makes life worth living. Number 5, an achievement you are proud of this year. What am I proud of? I guess I would say that I'm proud of, I've been doing steps to help me cope, not to get over my PTSD because I know that you can't fully get rid of your PTSD, but doing stuff in the right step to make it not bother me as much. So I'm proud of, with the help of medication, I'm on Xanax and I'm on lorazepam, anxiety medications. So I know that's a huge reason on why I'm able to do these things. You guys all know that the incident with Bentley in 2021 and with all the dogs. This year for Christmas, I really wanted Christmas pictures with Bentley. I had a photo shoot set up that I was going to do with Bentley, but I ended up doing an awkward sibling photo shoot with my brother. The Unleashed Dog Bakery was partnering up with a local photographer, and they were doing pictures with Santa. I was going to have Bentley take pictures with Santa, so I put myself in a situation where I knew there was going to be dogs. I knew I was going to be hypersensitive to a lot of stuff, being hyper aware. If you have PTSD, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have PTSD, it's really hard to explain to make you guys understand what your mind goes through, because you feel like you're reliving that event, and you get all of the physical symptoms. So you start getting like out of breath, chest pains, anxiety, shaking hands, all of that stuff. But I really wanted Christmas photos, so I forced myself, and I think that was my reward for doing that. Not conquering it, because I still have PTSD with that, but you know, taking a step forward and doing that, because that took a lot. And Bentley I thought it was going to be really easy because, you know, like I'm a photographer, so I take pictures of Bentley all the time. But in that situation, he knew that I was kind of panicking. So he would not sit there. He would not sit and stay. He was trying to get to me. So the photographer was like, do you want to go sit with him? And I'm like, not really. I have sweatpants on. I wasn't dressed to go take pictures with Santa, but I was in what I wear every day because I wear sweatpants and a crew neck every day. So I was in sweatpants, but it was cold, so I had my coat on, and I had braids too, and a hat. No, I didn't have braids. I had it in a ponytail, but I was wearing a hat. I wasn't looking my best, but I'm like, sure, okay, we're gonna do this. Bentley was not going to take pictures without me, so I knew that if I wanted pictures of Bentley with Santa, I was gonna have to be in them. And also from the Sterniola triplets, Nick, he said, you know what, I may have not liked that picture, or I may have thought I was ugly in that picture, but that was a moment, and I was happy during that moment, so it didn't care what I looked like. So I really took that quote and applied it to myself. You know what, I don't look my best, but I'm going to sit with Bentley, and I'll insert the picture now. So I was sitting with Bentley, and we took pictures next to Santa, and I didn't feel like I was looking the best, but I just said, this is a moment in time. You're with your baby boy. You wanted Christmas photos, and this is your opportunity. This is your reward. So you may not feel good right now. You may feel ugly, but looking back at it, it's going to be a great story to tell. And that's how I looked at it, and that's how I feel about it today. Is I'm just so proud of myself for doing that, because I was able to go in there, go with all the dogs, still have like heightened senses. I'm not gonna lie about that. I was still highly on alert, but Bentley really wasn't doing what he was supposed to because he was worried about me. My heart wasn't beating that fast because I was also with my mom and my dad, and I was in my wheelchair, so my mom had Bentley on a leash, so I kind of had like her just take over Bentley and do what Bentley needed. But yeah, Bentley was like, nope, I want my mama. It was something that we did together because that event did happen with Bentley. So I don't know if dogs get PTSD, but I think he may or may not have PTSD, because whenever I react to him with other dogs, or when he's out in the bathroom and the neighbor dogs start to bark, and then Bo and Bentley think that they need to like bark and it sounds like aggressive barking, I just have to say Bentley, and he can hear the panic in my voice. He comes straight to me, so like he knows. He knows. He's the best thing ever. Number 6, what or whom are you most thankful for this year? Colby, my dad, my mom, and Bentley. I'm thankful for them 24/7. They help me through so much. Number 7, what was the hardest thing you went through this year? So many things. Where to start? The biggest thing, I think, is just being in hospice care at such a young age. It's really hard to go through because I'm not their typical client, and just knowing you're in hospice care is really hard. Being in a hospice care is something really hard that I have to do, but I'm also thankful because I get to have comfort medicine that helps me with my anxiety and depression. I also get morphine that helps me with my body cramps that I get and my muscle soreness, because it's no joke. It's not like I'm just complaining like, oh, my leg just hurts. Like, I'm laying in my bed and I can't do anything else, and I can't think of anything else besides that pain. So I need that morphine. Yeah, it's a pain blocker. So then the pain goes away, or it lessens to a point where it's not that bad. And then I also get assistance taking a shower with my CNA, and that was something very, very hard that I had to do, was put myself in that position and being very vulnerable to have somebody help you take a shower. I do wear a bathing suit. It's a really hard thing to accept, but at the same time, that was one of the deciding factors of me going on to hospice care, is that I would finally get help with showers, because I really, really needed help, and I've needed help for the last couple of years. I just haven't had help until I reached hospice care. Saying I really, really need help and actually having to go through it, it's a lot different. But I'm proud of myself for being able to do that. Also with the hospice care, I just recently lost my hospice nurse, so I really only have my CNA. She is also a person who had her own medical issues. I'm not going to go through it. She knows the patient side, and she also knows the caregiver side, so I trust her a lot. That was one of the main reasons why I was so comfortable with her, because there was a time in her life where she had to help get showers, so she knew what I was going through. Now she's just a part of our family. I love her. We treat her like family. And yeah, she's everything, and I can't imagine my life without her. Question number 8. Did you travel? If so, where did you travel to? Travel to great old Denver. Just kidding. I love Denver. That's where my grandpa is. So whenever I go to Denver, I know I'm seeing him. And actually at the beginning of 2024, my brother was still living in Denver. Actually, I don't really travel at all. The only reason why we travel to Denver is because that's where my grandpa lives, and I am very close with my grandpa, so I want to spend time with him. And we also got to see the Halloween lights at Waterworld, so that's something fun. But we also do like snack race with him. Yeah, I don't think I traveled anywhere besides Denver. I can't go on a plane, so like I know I'm not going to go very far if I do travel, so I would have to drive to the place. And not only that, but I have pulmonary arterial hypertension, so 90% of my days are spent in this bed. Question number 9. Favorite memory of 2024? It would be Christmas Eve. This year for Christmas, I asked for a white Christmas tree, and I also asked my family to buy me ornaments. Getting to open up all of the ornaments and getting to put them on my Christmas tree was really special, and it was fun to open all of them. All of the ones that I did receive were perfect for that person, that even I wouldn't have thought of that. I love every single one of those ornaments. It definitely put a smile on my face, and I can't wait to be in the new house and have that Christmas tree. I think I will keep the ornaments up for a couple of months, or even maybe the whole year. I don't really know. Right now I'm in a really depressive state, so I don't really feel like celebrating any of the holidays. And that's why I got the Christmas tree, because I wanted to decorate that tree for the holidays. Yeah, right now I'm really struggling, so I think I will just have those ornaments just to remind me of my family and all of the memories that I have because of those ornaments, because those ornaments were like connected to a memory. Question number 10. How old will you turn this year? I will be turning 25. I'm going to be having a photo shoot. If I still feel good enough to have a photo shoot, I will be going all out for my 25th birthday, because that is so huge. It's huge for everybody because that means you lived like 1/4 of your life. But it's huge for me, especially because I didn't think I was going to get to 25. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to make it past even my teenage years. So to make it to 25 is a huge deal to me. So I told my mom that I was going to make like this birthday a really big deal and celebrate it. But like, I know myself, and I know that I hate being the center of attention. So I'm gonna make it a big deal my way. For me, that's like a photo shoot. I'm still planning out the details. Like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I know I'm gonna make it very memorable, because it might be one of the last birthdays I celebrate. Question number 11. Who is your favorite artist and favorite song? I don't have one. I listen to so much music and just a variety of music that I don't have a favorite artist anymore. Like, it's so easy to not have one because there's just so many great artists out there. And it's the same thing that I was talking about at the beginning, where I said I don't really have a favorite TV show or a favorite movie. I don't really have a favorite genre of music or a favorite artist, just because I listen to a variety. I listen to everything from Disney music up to metal music. So I think right now my favorite genre to listen to is country mixed with hip hop and like rap, maybe a hip hop beat, but a country style of song. So what I mean by that is what people call like country pop is the type of country that I like, but I also really like the R&B and hip hop, the rhythm and beats that they have. So I really like those beats, but with country music, because a lot of the rap music and hip hop music, they say bad words, and every other word out of their mouth is a bad word. And country music, they don't really cuss. I think my absolute favorite is the combination of all of them. It has my favorite types of beats, and then it also has lyrics that don't cuss, because I think my favorite type of music would be rap, hip hop,
in R&B if it wasn't for the fact that they cuss a lot of the times and just like what they talk about in their songs, because I love the beat, I love how they sing and the style they sing, but I don't really like the words. Like that's kind of my hype songs almost, because the girls in rap songs are always trying to hype you up and like I'm a bad bee, and it really gains your confidence up. I love that about that. So like I love girls rap music a lot. Number 12, something you are looking forward to this coming year. I think I'm just looking forward to my 25th birthday. Number 13, what was your most worn clothing item of last year? Sweatpants, a t-shirt, and a crew neck. Every single day, guys. Number 14, what are you hoping for more of this year? It would be going to more things, going to more events, even with my wheelchair and the limitations that I have, not being embarrassed because I can't do a lot of things because I'm in my wheelchair, but still just going to it just to experience it and not saying no just because I'm like, oh yeah, like there's always next year, because I don't know if there's going to be a next year. Just leaving the house more. Number 15, what did you do last year that you've never done before? I got onto a new medication. Whoop whoop. It is a big deal that I got onto that medication. Being one of those people that got to try that medication just in the first couple of months that they had it is a huge deal. And something also exciting was I was my doctor's first patient to be on Winrevair. That's also really crazy. Number 16, what was the best thing you bought? To be honest, I think my favorite thing that just popped up into my mind instantly was my gym painting kits, because I do a gym painting almost every single day, and that has become one of my biggest hobbies, and it has led me to not being on my computer a lot, having something besides being on my computer all day. I get to do a gym painting instead, and I'm a very creative person, and with this you know what the outcome is going to look like you know what the picture is going to look like. And with painting, I always get frustrated because my painting never matches the picture, and in my head I should know like it's not gonna match that, but I get upset with myself when it doesn't match. So with the gym paintings, you already know what the picture is gonna be. You buy kits for different categories, and it's kind of relaxing, honestly. It's kind of like a paint by numbers, but instead it's something like physical that you can do, so you can like place the gym just one by one on the little canvas, and I absolutely love it. Question number 17, if you relive one memory from last year, what would it be? That's kind of a hard one. I think it would be my birthday, and that's because we went to the lake and it was just my dad, my mom, my brother, me, and Bentley, and we were all by ourselves because it was during the work week. I think it was on like a Wednesday. We went to Sandy Beach and there was absolutely nobody there, so for me it was, I didn't have an anxiety because there was no other dogs, so it was just very relaxful, and I could let Bentley off the boat and just be able to watch him and be able to watch him run and not feel anxiety. He was just running up and down the shoreline. It was one of those days where it was nice outside, but it wasn't hot, so I could go out there and actually enjoy myself. Like, I wasn't overheating. I don't think I had to use my fan, and normally that's one of the things I struggle with being in the boat is the weather is too hot, so I overheat. But this day, it was perfect. Sunny and 75. It was a great day. I had Taco John's, and I got to spend the day with my family, which I absolutely love doing that. Those are my favorite days, is when I get to spend with my family. So yeah, if I had to relive one of the days from last year, it would be my birthday. Last question is, what is your New Year's resolution? To stop crying, to cry less, to make videos where I can actually speak and talk through. Just kidding. Like kidding, but not kidding. Like, I wish I wasn't as sensitive as I am right now, because it's a lot for me to handle this. It's stupid how fast I can cry, but that's
that's not important. My New Year's resolution is always just to live this year like it's your last year. Enjoy the little things and just have a great year. Get out more, go do more things, drink as much soda and junk food and Taco John's as you want, buy as much dog toys as you want, buy as much gym paintings as you want. Basically, to sum that all up, live your life like it's your last year. And that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I feel like this video was a therapy session and I needed to say all of that, and I needed to cry and like get that all out. Again, I'm not over the crying phase right now. I think that in a couple of hours I will be very calm. This is going to be very healing, and I think that I needed this. So I'm glad that I recorded this, and I'm glad that I forced myself to record this video. 2024 was a crazy year. There was a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of in-betweens. There was so much that happened in 2024. Right now it kind of broke me, but I'm gonna get over it. I'm gonna get through it. One day it's not gonna hurt as bad as it does today. I hope you guys have an amazing 2025. I am going to make this year the best year I can make it. Bye, Warriors. Peace.